Let's rank up Tech Jacket.
What is good, you guys, and welcome back into another Invincible Guardian to the Globe video. And sorry if I'm being a little low or if I seem a little out of it. It is 3 in the morning right now. But I wanted to first off say big thank you to everyone that was in my stream last night. We got her first day. We got her first day at Omnipton Plus, as you guys just saw us ranking her up. It was such a dope stream. Like, it was amazing. We got a ton of new members. We got probably my most profitable stream, I think, in a very long time, if not ever. But definitely my most profitable stream on TikTok. Big shout out to my boy, Bill Cosby, crazy name. Big shout out to Bill Cosby. Big shout out to I forgot what is his name. Diamond Dave, OG Diamond Dave. Big shout out to both of them. And there was another person from TikTok. I forgot his name. Heaven. It was something Heaven, I believe, or something with an H. I can't remember what it was right now. But he knows who he is. I'll shout him out next time. Big shout out to him. Um, those three guys went absolutely nuclear on the gifts and the subs and everything, and it was amazing. Very appreciated. Once again, I will say off rip though, I do not need you guys to sub. I do not need you guys to spend money on my streams, but it is rewarding. It does feel good to know, not even about the money aspect, to know that you guys want me to pour money into the setup and to making the stream quality better and to making things better for the other viewers and for yourself. And that is what makes me feel so good. It's not even about the fact that I would benefit it from the stream. It's about the fact that everything I benefited from the stream, I'm going to be able to put back into the stream to make it more better. So that for me, that's why I want to shout out those three guys. Huge shout outs. They bought me the battle pass, donated me 20 subs. It was an amazing stream. You had to be there. If you missed it, you missed a literally historic stream. We broke 3 follow goals in that one stream, which was insane. My dad came on stream. It was an amazing stream, legitimately amazing stream. One of the best streams ever. But yes, so as you saw, we did rank her up. Right now, we're gonna power her up, and we're gonna go over her skills. Quick breakdown. I do not have elixir, sadly, to build her skills, thanks to Thraggy Boy. Thraggy Boy cooked my resources. But I will hopefully be able to build some resources soon so we can crank up her skills. But first things first, let's power her up. Let's boost her straight to 660. But yeah, it was, like I said, it was such a great stream. We did, I think we were an 8-hour stream we did in total. We had about, if I'm not mistaken, we had about, on average, I think like 40 viewers watching, which was dope. We had about like 10 viewers, 12 viewers watching on Twitch. It was, like I said, it was amazing stream. It was an amazing stream on both platforms. Everybody's telling me to start streaming on YouTube as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if my PC can handle me streaming on 3 different platforms, but I'm gonna see if maybe I'm gonna see if maybe my older cousin could come over one of these days and help me, because I know he's a little better than me when it comes to the computer stuff. I'm gonna see if maybe he can come over and help me. If not, I might have my best friend come over and see if she can help me out to try to set it up that I could do a triple stream for my one setup, so it's not like I gotta have 17 different things open to maybe put a little less stress on my PC. But I wouldn't mind doing 3 streams. The only thing is, it's hard to keep up with my TikTok chat already, so I can only imagine keeping up with my YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch chat. It's gonna be a nightmare, but a good nightmare. But yes, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers on YouTube. Big shout out to you guys. We've been growing this channel slowly but surely, and I do want to say I would like to do some streams for you guys, because I feel like I kind of neglect you guys. I feel like you only get a video maybe 2 times a week, so I feel like it's not as much content over here as it is on my Twitch and my TikTok. But that doesn't mean I love you guys any less. I love you guys just as much. Just because you see me a little less doesn't mean I don't love you. But yeah, I honestly enjoyed this event really much. Tech Jacket looks good. A lot of people are bashing her and downplaying her, and I feel like people do this every single time when a character comes out that has a human tag. Other than Dinosaurus, that's probably like the only human character that they bigged up. But every time it's a character that the fans necessarily didn't want, or fans are kind of like iffy on her, they all downplay it. And if I'm being totally honest, it's kind of the exact opposite for this event as it was for Thrag. The Thrag event, everybody was bigging up the character, everybody was bigging it up. And this event, before getting into the actual stream, was like such a negative aura energy, because all I kept hearing everywhere was just negativity about the character, negativity about the event, and I was happy that it turned out the way it turned out. I was very happy that it turned out with us getting so many copies of her, because I kept hearing that the odds are really bad and that it's really bad. Now, I will say we put a lot into it. I will say that. We spent probably 26,000 gems, and we went into this event with 24,500 currency and 535 refreshes, I believe. And we did still have to buy more refreshes. I think we bought a total of another 120 refreshes just so we can get to the 51, because we actually got pretty good off of the initial one we had, but we had to buy a little bit more to just get that 51. We got to 45 with the first wave, and then we had to get a little extra refreshes to get to that 51, which was not bad. And mind you, I still have, if I just come over here to show you guys real fast, I still have 34 tickets. Like, I still have a ton of tickets. So I'm gonna go pop and do all these. I'm probably gonna go to bed, but I'm gonna probably do all these tomorrow morning when I wake up. It's only gonna take me like 3 hours to do these. So I'm gonna pop all these, do all these before I fire up my next stream tomorrow. But we're gonna be able to get probably back up to another round. If I had to guess, another round 20k, because I'm earning 500 and some change, almost 600 each ticket. So it's gonna be a good amount that we're gonna earn. Maybe not 20,000, maybe 15,000, but I'm hoping for 20k again. And with the 20k again plus the refreshes, we can go absolutely crazy and maybe try to get her to Omnipotent plus 17 stars if we're lucky. But yeah, overall, I do really like her design. I think she looks absolutely amazing. I think she looks great. Like, I love the way that they did her overall physique. You can definitely tell that they made it based around Zoe and not Zack. And I love the way the character looks, like the armor, the way the helmet is. Did it have that odd, like, hammerhead shark kind of look? Like, the bazookas on her arms look pretty good. The jetpack looks really cool and animated. Like, I overall just love the design of the character. And her skills are interesting. Now, I will say, I already did a little short of this, but we're going to go into depth about the upgrades and everything. So, Tech Jackets fires. First, let me say the name. The name of the skill is her first skill, and it's Secret Weapon. Tech Jacket flies into the air, becoming untargetable, which means immune, basically, to all damage, and then unleashes a devastating laser beam to all enemies on the battlefield, dealing 175% of her energy attack as damage. Each enemy hit has a 30% chance of being stunned for 2 seconds. Now, as you power this up, it's going to obviously increase the damage, it's going to increase the chance of them getting stunned, and if you get it all the way to level 10, it's going to go up from 175 to 220 damage with a 70% chance of stunning them. Now, if I'm being honest, I do wish they would have did this more like how it was old school, that it would have been 100% chance at 10, and we just get another ability from level 11 to 15. But the way they did it was, it's just going to scale. It's just going to scale up. And that's the only thing that I said that's what hurts this ability, in my opinion. When it comes to humans, and maybe I'm the only one that agrees on this, when it comes to humans, you have to kind of juice them a lot. Because we have Anissa, and it seems like they're not going to nerf Anissa anytime soon or any more than what they have. I truly do feel like we need to start having them like, developers need to understand that Anissa nerfs all humans and makes the majority of the humans in the game unusable. So characters like this, basically for the casual player, have no reason to even be built. Legitimately have no reason to even be built. There's no point. You're just wasting your gems at that point, because you're not going to build it if you're a casual player, because it's not going to help you in arena. They have to juice these humans. The humans have to be juiced. Have to be. And if they're not going to be juiced, then we need to hurry up and get something that counters Viltrumites in the game. You guys missed the ball when you did the Ragnar Claw. The Ragnar Claw should have been a nerf to the Viltrumites. It should have been a debuff to the Viltrumites the same way the Damien Darblood Notebook is a debuff to humans. There's so many ways to nerf humans in the game, and there's no way to nerf Viltrumites. And we need a way to nerf the Viltrumites for the order, for the meta to kind of balance out a little bit that it's not just Viltrumite heavy, and it's not just that everybody is only building Viltrumites and World Beyond characters, and the entire GDA Criminal and Earth Defender faction is just useless. That's what I personally feel. If you disagree with me, tell me down in the comments. I'd rather the game be a little more balanced to where you can actually build human teams that can compete against Viltrumites, because it actually makes the whole point of a hero-based game with hero different abilities and stuff like that useful. I don't know. That's just me. I hate this meta currently that it's just straight Viltrumites. I don't like it. I feel like it's kind of useless. What's the point of having all these characters if I can only use them in GTA Ops? But once again, it's just a little tangent. But yeah, if you agree with me, let me know. Her second ability is a Coalition Tag ability. Tech Jacket increases her own and her allies' energy attack by 5.5% for each Coalition member, excluding herself, obviously, kind of like the Maulers. At level 5, it gets an extra ability. At level 5, it will be at 7% by that point, and it gets an extra ability that if there is an invader on the enemy team, Tech Jacket will reduce the cooldown of all allies' abilities by 10%. And if you get this to level 10, it will be a 9.5% energy attack boost for each coalition member, and it will be a 25% ability cooldown reduction. So her and Dinosaurus could be disgusting. And that's one thing I wish they would have gave her as a tag. I don't believe they gave her the technologist tag. I'm going to double check to make sure. I don't believe they gave it to her. Yeah. So I understand that technologist basically meant for people that are smart, but she's wearing a suit that basically tells her everything. So I feel like it should have gave it to her. The suit alone is technology advanced. The suit is going to tell her everything that she needs to know. So any questions she has or anything she needs to get data on, the suit's going to tell her. So I feel like they could have gave her the technology tag to make her play better with Robot, to make her play better with some of the criminal characters, but for the most part, whatever. But her and Dinosaurus are going to be really nasty together if you can build a good team around them, because between both of them reducing the amount of cooldown, and then if you put something like Battle Hologram on Dinosaurus, your characters can get their ultimates like ASAP. Like ASAP. And then her and Space Racer are going to be really good together, so that gives you two range characters that you could play alongside with. And then Dinosaurus, like, there's a few niche teams that I can see working there. Maybe Dinosaurus with, you already got two attackers. Maybe you do a Angstrom Levy and a Rust Livingston. Maybe you do a General Krieg with a Thrag. Maybe you do Shapesmith with Cecil, or Shapesmith with something else. Maybe Robot. I don't know. But I definitely do think it can be an interesting usage of that ability. Now, her third ability, Tech Jacket's HP drops below 50. Her suit will restore 35% of her max HP for over the next 60 seconds, and grants her a shield that bounces back damage equal to 5% of her max HP. A bounce back shield. So it says bounce back shield, so I'm assuming that means bounce back damage. It doesn't say bounce back damage, but I'm assuming that's what it means. And this ability is called Suit Safeguard. And then if you power this up, obviously it's going to increase how much she restores her health. If you get it all the way to level 10, it's going to restore 75% of her HP over 60 seconds. And the bounce back shield is going to be 10% of her max HP for 7 seconds. And then if you get it all the way to level 15, which I definitely would recommend if you're going to use her, it's going to basically be a full health restore, getting her all the way back into full HP into the fight, which is insane. One of the best abilities probably in the game when it comes to healing. And then gives her a bounce back shield of only 13%. I think they could have boosted it. I also think they could have probably gave her another ability here. Once again, in my opinion, dramatically boost the humans to make them more usable. But yeah, overall, really, really, really good skill. And then her last skill is Laser Blitz. And every 12 seconds, Tech Jacket will dash behind the furthest enemy and strike them with a rapid punch combo, dealing 210% of her attack stat as damage, and knocked the knocking knocking the enemy back with the final hit. So that's basically a pushback. Then she will street sweep her laser across every enemy, dealing 100% damage to every enemy, dealing 100% attack damage to every enemy, um, and pushing them back. So this is basically, from what I'm understanding, a double pushback ability. And if it's a double pushback ability, that means she works good with Anissa. So that's why I would say you can probably run her with a Thrag and a Anissa, or you could run her with an Anissa and a General Krieg. You could probably run her with a Shapesmith and a Anissa. There's a few ways you can do it. Maybe if you don't use dinosaurs, you can go Conquest Thrag Anissa, or you can go Conquest Anissa General Krieg, something like that. Once again, I think she's going to be really interesting. And then the way it scales up, it's mostly damage. I do like at level 7, it does give her another ability. When pushing the enemy back, it will reduce their defense by 10%. And I like the fact that it just reduced their defense in general, not like physical or energy. It just reduced their defense in general. I like that. And if you get this all the way to 10, it's going to be basically a, what is that? It's going to be a 90% jump, a reduction on the time, so it's going to be every 10 seconds, and a 30% jump in the damage of the laser beam. And then if you take it all the way to level 15, it's going to be a reduction of 30% of their defense, which is a good chunk. It's going to be 150 extra attack damage in the punching combo, 50 extra damage in the laser beam, and the defense decretion is going to last for 60 seconds. So this is really, really good. Like I said, her last two abilities are really cooking. Her second ability is interesting. I think it's going to be a good one. I personally probably would stop at 10. I don't think I would take it any further than 10. So if I had to give an estimate, I would say her main ability, honestly, I think I would take her main ability maybe to 5 and stop there. Her second ability, I would say you can go to 5 and stop there, or 10 is a good breaking waypoint as well. Her safeguard ability, that one needs to go to 15. And her other ability here, her fourth ability, you can stop at 10, but I would recommend taking that one to 15 as well. So overall max potential build for her, I will say, is going to be 5, 5, 15, 15, or 5, 10, 15, 15. Something along those lines. Now, I do think she's going to be pretty good. This is where we currently have her built at. I probably will be working on trying to get her some better armor, but that's going to be all for this one. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love, baby.